Hi, I'm Cesar Costa from HouseMaster Home Inspections, and today I'm going to talk about the 4-point inspection. A 4-point inspection is required for insurance approval. What the insurers are trying to see is if you don't have pre-existing conditions and if the conditions of the house are enough to qualify for the insurance. So it's an insurance form for insurance approval, and usually that is required for all properties built before 1994. But we have been seeing that insurance companies are requesting even for newer properties because they want to get all that information about the conditions of the house. It does not replace the property inspection for a home buyer. That's a different thing. For example, if I do a plumbing inspection for 4 points, I'm gonna just look for styles and materials. Is the plumbing working or leaking? That's it. But now let me give an example on a standard property inspection. I'll test the faucets. I know that the hot and water is reversed. The hot is not heating enough. I noted that the stopper is not working. There is a cordion pipe that is getting clogged. I noticed some stains of previous leaks. There is moisture on the cabinet that can trigger mold development and so forth. You see, it's a different level of information. You don't want to replace the property inspection with the insurance form. Those are different. Okay, so let's go on the 4 elements of the 4 points. Let's start with electrical. And the electrical is very important because an unsafe electrical installation can cause a fire in a house. The first item to pay a close look are the electric panels. There are 4 brands that are under recall from Zinsco, Federal Pacific, Sylvan, and Challenger. They were built with aluminum and they are not safe. So if you have any of those brands, 4 brands, you will have to replace the panel in order to get your insurance approved. Next one are installations that require updates. Aluminum wire, fuse panels are no longer accepted. Cloth wiring used on the 60s, most of those needs to be replaced because that cloth can get sparks and get on fire, so that's a risk installation. You need to have grounding in all outlets. It's a requirement. And you cannot have double tapping, meaning 2 wires connected to a breaker that was designed for just 1 wire. The volume of materials is too much and the wire can get loose on the panels, create sparks, is a fire hazard. So those things need to be addressed. Next one is plumbing. The key thing is to find out if there are no leaks or improper repairs and what kind of materials are used. Insurance companies don't like to see polybutylene pipes. Those pipes were used in the 80s until 1994, and they tend to have a higher risk of leaking. The third element is roofing. On the roofing, what you're trying to see if the roof has at least 5 years. Some will take 3, 5 years. So the one on the left is fine. The one on the right, no. This one needs to be replaced. Those are just a few examples. You cannot have active leaks. So if the roof is leaking, it's a pre-existing condition, you need to repair the leak before you can get your policy. The repairs needs to be done. If you have a very old roof, resealing can extend the life. That's a shortcut for a quick approval. Finally is the AC. AC is the simpler one. It just needs to be functional and not leaking. On the 4 points, what the insurance companies are trying to find if there are unsafe electrical installation, pre-existing leaks on plumbing, at least 5 years remaining on the roof. Some will take 3, and AC needs to be functional. Next steps are some insurance carriers would give you 30 days to repair any situation that is required, or some others will require you to repair before they give you the policy. If there are repairs that were done, you can present pictures and the invoice of the tradespeople that have performed the repair, or you can invite the inspector to come back and take new pictures and update the report for you. The 4 point is only valid for 1 year. The wind mediation is 5, but the 4 points is only 1 year because conditions of the property can change quickly.